Hello, I'm Sean Smith, and this is Geek Talk Reviews. Today I'm going to do a actual really good review of the new Transformers 30th Anniversary Triple Changer Blitzwing here. I have a lot of things I want to discuss about this. I'm not going to show any transformation on camera, but I am going to go over this really well. A lot of the things I'm going to talk about is quality control issues that could just be on mine, but I'm also hearing it's also on a lot of others. So one of the things I want to talk about is the leg joints. The legs are not on a ball joint, but they are on a joint that happens to be very loose. A lot of people are having that problems with it. The other problem I'm having with mine is this right up here. Paint is rubbing off the top of the head into this piece here. That's because the paint on mine is a really highly thickly coated, and that it just gets on my nerves. The spring on mine to control putting the head down for transformation is a really tricky spring. I'm actually having a hard time transforming it into any mode because of this spring popping up and pushing this piece forward, which is the nose cone for the plane mode. The other problem I have with this figure is the shoulders. They could have engineered a piece a little bit bigger in here to connect that to, because the shoulder piece is not even remotely touching that piece. They could have extended the chest piece out a little bit more so you could actually tab that in so you can get a little bit of security. For posability, this is really bad. I mean, this is the only pose you can really stick this character in. And to me, that's a waste of a potential opportunity. Overall aesthetic looks for the figure, the overall look is fantastic. The head change gimmick, I believe the engineering could have been done a little bit better because it is a really tight to get your finger in there to rotate the head around. I mean, I nearly pulled a fingernail out trying to rotate that. And that, to me, it's either, like I could say, it's either quality control issue on all the figures or just something on mine. It's just one thing I noticed that I feel that could have been done a little better. And like I said, these are honest critiques that I'm giving, and it's not meant to really bash the toy. This is just some things I think Hasbro could have done that could be improved. Now, these pieces here on the shoulder, I actually know of a third-party company that's actually making a piece to fix that. Which, to think about it, this is a third-party coming up with something to fix the figure that Hasbro could have done to begin with. So, I don't know. Overall, like I said, detail, really nice color scheme. I mean, it's really G1 looking color scheme of the original Blitzwing. Now let me show you the tank mode. Actually, really decent tank mode. When you can ever get everything lined up, because that's another thing. I don't know if it's mine, but there seems to be some warping in the plastic. I can't get the seam to get everything pegged in there properly for everything to be connected, which is a disappointment. I do like that the turret does rotate. That is very cool. It does roll when everything's connected nicely. It does roll really well. Look very nice. Color scheme matching everything. Another problem I have is these little pieces here that fold over the hands. They tend to pop loose every now and then on mine. There is pegs where you can put the weapons storage, but I just didn't do that since I'm doing all these showings and what I like and dislike about the toy. One of the things I do like about it is the color. I do like that. Alright, and now I'm going to show you jet mode. And here is the jet mode. I will say I do like the jet mode a little bit more than I do like the tank mode. But one of the things I was talking about, the spring in the head, I don't know how this well shows up on my camera, but it is tendency of pushing this piece forward, that it doesn't really have a good seam. I also have trouble with the legs pegging in all the way, so they tend to be a little loose, as you can see. I wish landing gear was a little bit more predominant, but for a triple changer, you know, you gotta take leeway where you can. I do like that the cockpit does open a little bit, like so, but that I think is just for transformation. Overall, there's a lot of improvements that could have been done on this figure. Joint issues, gimmick issues, like the head gimmick. I wish had a different. I wish it had a different gimmick to it. I know it was like thrown in as a tribute to the animated figure, but the animated figure had it where it would rotate, and instead of spinning around, it would rotate counterclockwise or clockwise, whichever way you want to turn it. Overall, there's a lot of work that can be done to this figure to improve the quality. I really do think they should have spent a little bit more time on this. The Springer mold is fantastic. I do prefer that over this. I can't wait to get a hold of a Sunstorm or a Sandstorm, because I'm hearing that's a better of the three. If you want to get this, yes, but I cannot recommend it a lot. I can recommend it if you're a fan of Blitzwing, but to me, I really can't recommend it. There's a lot of quality issues that needed to be resolved before this figure was put out. I'm Sean Smith, and this has been Geek Talk Reviews.